In our continuing coverage, many people over the age of 70 very anxious to get in line for a COVID vaccine. After Governor Polis announced this week they are now included in the phase 1B stage of the rollout of the vaccine. But the realities of supply and demand are causing problems, so it depends on where you live and the availability of the vaccine. News 5's Spencer Humphrey joins us live trying to get answers for those who have reached out to News 5 for help. Spencer.
Yeah, well, there's certainly a lot of confusion, Rob, not only for the people that fall into that 70-plus category, just trying to figure out how they can get their vaccine, but on my quest to find them answers today, I also encountered a pretty confusing process.
Well, I'm proud that we're in the top 5 states for percentage of vaccine in people's arms.
Governor Polis taking to CNN New Year's Day in part to tout the state's rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine.
We're moving as fast as we can.
But where exactly does Colorado stand?
We're currently inoculating people 70 and up in many parts of our state.
According to the state's website, Colorado is currently in phase 1A and 1B of vaccine distribution. According to the state's most recent classification, phase 1B covers Coloradans age 70 plus. So that might lead you to believe, hey, if I'm 70 plus, I can go ahead and get my vaccine. How do I go get it? Where do I go?
That was the case for this viewer who emailed us saying he's over 70 but is having a hard time finding a place to get the vaccine in his zip code.
There's a hotline that the state lists on their website that you can call to find that out.
For English, press 1. Or Espanol.
We called during normal business hours and got this message.
Thank you for calling the Colorado Health Emergency Line for public information. We are currently closed.
Granted, it was New Year's Day, but the state's website doesn't mention anything about the hotline being down on holidays.
78% of the fatalities from COVID-19 were 70 and up.
With the state saying people 70 plus are a priority, why can't people like that viewer just get their vaccine already?
In some parts of our state, they're still completing. People that work in the healthcare workers that work in COVID wards, nurses and doctors and others.
Now, if you visit the state's COVID-19 vaccine website, it's not immediately clear exactly which parts of the state, the governor is referring to there. And the other thing is that he also says that a good place to find information could be your local hospital or health department. But when I visited the El Paso County Health Department website today, the banner at the top of the website read, "For more in-depth information, please visit the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment." Now, we know this is a very confusing situation here, and we will work to get answers for you and bring them to you just as soon as we have them. Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado. Spencer Humphrey, News 5.
Spencer, thanks. And picking up what he said, we did hear from El Paso County Public Health, who tells us they are still in the process of getting vaccines to frontline healthcare workers and others, and will be looking at the response for the 70-plus group next week. Now, some medical groups, including UC Health, they started giving the shots to a limited number of people 75 and older, but they say they'll soon expand that to include those 70 and up. They're sending out random invitations to eligible patients enrolled in their electronic medical record portal. Now, if you want to get on that list, you'll need to create an account on UC Health's website and wait for an invitation. And those who qualify for Phase 1B, you can call local hospitals again or drive through clinics to ask about getting the vaccine once it's available at those locations. Again, distribution is the key.